in, but Zeus is free hitting Umpty, just trying to get him out of here, trying to zone. And I don't know whether it's necessarily working because Divine Intervention is on HLE's side and it's Reset City for Delight. APA has to run himself out of there, and HLE yet another teamfight win.
Zeus just once again takes all the aggro and then presses R.
Oh no, the Pierce is going to go wide.
Oh, it's again a tragedy here. Zeus is 16. And I mean, at this point, that might have been TL's last chance to take a big fight. You know, I don't know if they get another opportunity like that, but just wasn't as coordinated as it needed to be, and the lead is just too big here for Hanwha Life. They played the map incredibly well, but the team fights have been so good. And you see, once again, TL are pushing, trying to use their wave clear in mid lane to set up a pick. Impact comes in on the flank here. Viper cleanses and backs away. Look at how much damage Corjay has taken here. His ult also pretty low impact. And Zeus is just ready to come in here and start ripping through people. Zeka buys time, and then they turn on to Zeus, but Zeus just is like, I press R. I don't care. You can't kill me. And yes, Yun survives, but he can't get back in there. The fight is done.
Yeah. And yep, the damage deal is surviving, but they have no way to actually do the damage. Just because if they walk in range to do so, Kale's in range, and so you're dead. Is kind of how that one worked, and we did see that as Yun was picked off just after that replay had occurred. And just to do a bit of a Zeus check, it's currently 4,100 gold that he has in advantage. That is close to half just the overall gold lead for HLE
he finished
at this point in time.
Void Staff and then grabbed a needlessly large rod.
That's not a bad back.
Yeah, needlessly large lead
yes.
is kind of how I would describe the matchup here. As naturally, you know, you should be able to get that advantage into a Cassante in isolation, but it's just been the team fights where Hanwha Life Esports have swept the floor with some overextensions from TL. And for now, I mean, trying to group on Baron and forcing a turn, I mean, the comp does have fantastic turn. This might be the best thing that TL could do here is to try to force Hanwha Life to respond and look for a good turn. They've got the Sentinel here. They've got good vision on the entryway.
Yeah, Peanut actually trying to escape that vision, as we can see Whirling Death just to soften them up as Delight finds himself yet another Bone Skewer, and oh man, into the bouncy castle goes APA. Viper gets the Divine Intervention. He's frontlining. That's their tank. Their tank is a Kale ultimate. As down goes Cassante. Impact lying on the ground, as is Corjay, and it's a triple for this Kale that is now entirely out of control. Yun able to avoid the Bone Skewer, but not able to do enough damage to Delight to kill him, as Zeka is just walking forward like the orange tank that represents Hanwha Life Esports. And now I think they may just be done with game one. It was such a weird drop. It was such a poor start for HLE. But unfortunately for TL fans, it was not enough to stop them from winning.
Not enough. Though Zeus, he's going to get here first.
And now Delight in position. Teleport from Zeka towards that bottom lane. And TL, they just need to hold the line. They need to hold it. They need to try and take whoever oversteps.
Zeka pushing
get that
bottom.
lockdown. As Yun, I don't know about the flank angle on the Varus, but he gets back to the rest of his teammates.
This is so tense. APA just hanging on the edge here, does so much damage to the objective. Just putting Hanwha Life on the clock, saying you will eventually have to come over here. You will eventually have to take this away from us.
Yeah.
Zeus remounts.
Zek on this flank angle, but you can see control wards everywhere. TL have done their homework this time as Viper is in trouble. Below half health now. As Delight as well, keeping his health bar as high as possible so he can actually engage. Deadly Flourish not doing too much.
Hanwha running out of time.
Yeah. And it's the Nature's Grasp that you have to watch out for. Umpty holding on to that one. He's got that one in the barrel.
This Elder's getting very low. Peanut just looking for a steal. That's all he's got.
Yeah, Curtain Call does absolutely nothing in this fight at the same time, so Viper won't have access to that.
Bit of a reset.
Yeah, this reset on the Elder is a big deal. But if TL focus this, it goes down so fast.
They've got the health bar advantage. They might be able to
catch
catch
the wrap around. He gets the knockout, and there is the quickness, and Yun able to take him out before he can do anything. Petrifying Gaze as the Buster Shot gets rid of APA, but Delight is dead. No Magnus Storm for you. TL just find the perfect team fight, and this should win them the game.
Absolutely. Huge win here for TL. So patient. You know, you're back against the wall in this game. Your tournament life is on the line. You don't choke. You play it slow. You watch your flanks. They spot Zeus on the flank, take him out, and that is all they needed to do. They used the health bar of the Elder against Hanwha Life Esports, and it looks like we are going to Game 3. Atlas.
Thank goodness, because this game, it was another crazy draft. But man, TL, they look so good. And the fact that they were still behind, they still held on, they got those objectives, they did what they needed to do. Delight going to respawn, but his Nexus is not going to until Game 3. And TL, they're still alive.
Was just out of range. On the max range takes him out. That's so much of the damage gone. That leads to the inhibitor.
He didn't have very many opportunities to either because, of course, the public execution holds him in place, and then the impale was pretty much right there.
Yeah.
So,
the
just,
strong combo.
Yeah, up a creek without a paddle as Umpty just not allowed to be there. And Zeus shows him exactly why. Zeka is now going to punish Yun for it as well, as he just waits for another Rift Walk. And Yun knows exactly what's going to happen here. Force Pulse to kill him.
It's just an absolute bullying here.
0-4. Oh, man.
This is the happy game Hanwha was searching for, and I think they found it, Atlas.
They did. They're just like, okay, why don't we have maybe only a couple of players play those champions that they have a lot of fun on, and the other ones can do the things that are just good in the meta at this point in time. And also, let's have a composition that does a thing that looks planned. That works.
3.5 items Sivir is going to make quick work of this Baron, so the side laners can continue to actually set up those Baron waves for the last 2 inhibitors remaining here for TL. Baron gets taken over. Now they're looking for more.
Yeah, Zeka he's still casted it, isn't he? So yeah. I guess he can do this time. On his Silas, he was making those plays and getting punished. And I guess now he just doesn't. Zeus may, though, as he is underneath the turret here. Zeka is chasing after APA, and APA just takes 1 billion damage. Is trying to kite, but sometimes you press R in his general vicinity and he pops like a balloon. Umpty also going to suffer the same fate as Zeka gets himself out of there, using his health bar as a resource, ladies and gentlemen, as Zeus takes down Impact. I think this series is over as HLE. An absolute statement here in the final game. I'm glad they had a bunch of fun. TL also showing a phenomenal game number 2. But HLE showing exactly why they're the favorites here on their home turf, as they'll take down the final Nexus of the group stage and move on to the playoffs pretty comfortably after this win. And big congratulations.